Welcome to MyWorkplaceNL. Today we'll be looking at how employers can submit their new employer registration application through this portal. We begin on the online landing page at myworkplacenl.ca. After selecting employers, click Register for Workplace NL coverage. You'll be taken to the welcome page for online services for employers. Click Login at the top right corner to get started. In this demonstration, we're going to look at how to complete a new employer registration application online. We start by selecting that link here. This brings us to the new employer registration application. You can see here that there's a description of what this form is for. There's also a link to additional instructions for completing this form. The instructions will open in a new browser tab. Another link you'll notice in the description is to a pre-authorized debit agreement form. Clicking this will bring up a pre-authorized debit PDF. Note that you'll have to save the completed form to your computer and upload it to the document at the end. Filling this out in the browser will not save it. Also on the right, you can see a list of required information. All questions with a red asterisk are mandatory and therefore required information. Be sure to check that all of the required information has been entered before moving on to the next section. You can quickly navigate to missing information by clicking the field name under required information. Let's go ahead and complete our new employer registration application. We'll start by entering business information, including the business legal name, the trade name, the type of business, and the start date. Depending on what type of business you select, you may also be asked to provide additional details like the incorporation number and the incorporation date. Next, we'll be asked to fill in a description of what our business does in Newfoundland and Labrador and what sorts of services or products it provides. In Section C, you'll fill in your business contact information. Note that this is where you'll receive assessment invoices, so you should choose someone who you'd like to receive this information and the mailing address where these should be sent. For the next section, we'll need to add our owners and directors, so we use table format. When we click Add, that brings us to the entry screen. Here we fill out the information for a director or owner, similar to how we filled out the personal information in a previous section. When we've completed this, we click Add. As you can see, this creates a row with this information on it. I can now edit the information by clicking the pencil image, or delete it by clicking the X. To add another row, I'll simply click and fill out this form again. I can do that as many times as I need for all directors and owners. In the next section, E, I'll enter the gross payroll for my company for the current and prior years, making sure these are entered with no spaces and 2 decimal places. Next, I'll complete information on contractors and subcontractors. If I click No, I can proceed to the next section without entering information. If I click Yes, that will bring up another table similar to the one we use for owners and directors. Once again, for each of our contractors, I'll click Add. Then populate this with contact information. You'll note at the end that there are required fields for the type of work performed and the total contract value. I'll enter these, click Add, and now I can see my entry. If need be, I can edit or delete this. Now I'll fill out information about previous registration and affiliated firms. As with the last section, these choices are conditional. If I select No, I can just proceed to the next question. If I select Yes, I'll be prompted to provide more information on the names of these other entities or owners. Next, we'll select to provide information for the claim cost contact, the person with whom claim cost reports can be communicated. This is important because WorkplaceNL will not release claim cost information unless the authorization is included. So here we'll fill in the contact information for this person. In the next section, we'll see the table format for multiple entries again. Here we can enter our workplace locations if there are any. Click the Add button to bring up the details form and populate it with information on these locations. In Section J, we will fill out My WorkplaceNL Connect information, designating an employee to be your employer administrator. This has to be someone who is part of the business and not a third party. This will give them access to your online services through My WorkplaceNL Connect. In the last section, you'll select whether you are the owner, director, or authorized signing officer of the business. If you aren't any of these, you'll be prompted to enter your title and phone number, then you'll be able to enter your name. If you downloaded and completed your PAD form or any other relevant attachments, you can drag and drop it into the upload box at the bottom of the page, or click Add Attachments and select the location on your computer. Finally, click Submit. This will submit the new employer registration application. Returning to the home page, we can then see this form as a PDF document by clicking the Registration Submission History link. From here, we will see all of the forms that have been submitted using this account and can click them to download a PDF version. And that's how you submit a new employer registration application. If you need any information or assistance, please contact us using live chat or by calling 1-800-563-9000 or emailing info@workplacenl.ca. Thank you.